Hey, it's Tal, showrunner of Regarding Dracula. I'm excited to announce that we have a merch store. You can buy Dracula-themed shirts, bookmarks, pins, postcards, and more. Just head to bit.ly/regardingdracula. Again, that's bit.ly/regardingdracula.
Dr. Seward's diary, 11 September. This afternoon I went over to Helsing. Found Van Helsing in excellent spirits and Lucy much better. Shortly after I arrived, a big parcel from abroad came for the Professor. He opened it with much impressment, assumed, of course, and showed a great bundle of white flowers.
"These are for you, Miss Lucy," he said.
For me? Oh, Dr. Van Helsing.
"Yes, my dear, but not for you to play with. These are medicines."
Here Lucy made a wry face.
"Nay, but they are not to take in a decoction or a nauseous form, so you need not snub that so charming nose. Or I shall point out to my friend Arthur what woes he may have to endure in seeing so much beauty that he so loves so much distort. Aha, my pretty miss, that bring the so nice nose all straight again. This is medicinal, but you do not know how. I put him in your window. I make pretty wreaths and hang him round your neck so that you sleep well. Oh yes, they like the lotus flower make your trouble forgotten. It smells so like the waters of Lisi and of that fountain of youth that the conquistadores sought for in the Floridas, and find him all too late."
Whilst he was speaking, Lucy had been examining the flowers and smelling them. Now she threw them down, saying with half laughter and half disgust,
Oh, Professor, I believe you're only putting up a joke on me. Why, these flowers are only common garlic.
To my surprise, Van Helsing rose up and said with all his sternness, his iron jaw set and his bushy eyebrows meeting,
"No trifling with me, I never jest. There is grim purpose in all I do, and I warn you that you do not thwart me. Take care for the sake of others, if not for your own."
Then, seeing poor Lucy scared, as well she might be, he went on more gently.
"Oh, little miss, my dear, do not fear me. I only do for your good. But there is much virtue to you in these so common flowers. See, I place them myself in your room. I make myself the wreath that you are to wear. But hush, no telling to others that make so inquisitive questions. We must obey, and silence is a part of obedience. And obedience is to bring you strong and well into loving arms that wait for you. Now sit still a while. Come with me, friend John, and you shall help me deck the room with my garlic, which is all the way from Haarlem, where my friend Vanderpool raised herb in his glasshouses all the year. I had to telegraph yesterday, or they would not have been here."
We went into the room, taking the flowers with us. The Professor's actions were certainly odd, and not to be found in any pharmacopoeia I ever heard of. First, he fastened up the windows and latched them securely. Next, taking a handful of the flowers, he rubbed them all over the sashes, as though to ensure that every whiff of air that might get in would be laden with the garlic smell. Then the wisp he rubbed all over the jamb of the door, above, below, and at each side, and round the fireplace in the same way. It all seemed grotesque to me, and presently I said, "Well, Professor, I know you always have a reason for what you do, but this certainly puzzles me. It is well we have no skeptic here, or he would say that you were working some spell to keep out an evil spirit."
"Perhaps I am,"
he answered quietly, as he began to make the wreath which Lucy was to wear round her neck. We then waited whilst Lucy made her toilette for the night, and when she was in bed, he came and himself fixed the wreath of garlic round her neck. The last words he said to her were,
"Take care you do not disturb it. And even if the room feel close, do not tonight open the window or the door."
I promise,
said Lucy.
And thank you both 1,000 times for all your kindness to me. Oh, what have I done to be blessed with such friends?
As we left the house in my fly, which was waiting, Van Helsing said,
Tonight I can sleep in peace, and sleep I want. 2 nights of travel, much reading in the day between, and much anxiety on the day to follow, and a night to sit up without a wink. Tomorrow in the morning early you call for me, and we come together to see our pretty miss, so much more strong for my spell which I have work. Oh.
He seemed so confident that I, remembering my own confidence 2 nights before and with the baneful result, felt awe and vague terror. It must have been my weakness that made me hesitate to tell it to my friend, but I felt it all the more, like unshed tears.
This episode featured Jonathan Sims as Jack Seward, Alan Bergen as Van Helsing, and Beth Eyre as Lucy Westenra. Directed by Ella Watts, dialogue editing by Stephen Indrasano, sound design by Tal Manir, featuring music by Travis Reeves, produced by Ella Watts and Pacific S. Obadiah, with executive producers Stephen Indrasano, Tal Manir, and Hannah Wright. A Bloody FM production.
Imagine the world around you is nothing but an illusion. Creatures of legend wage endless wars between shadow and light, but you never see it. Even now, dark forces threaten reality as we know it, but most people never know they exist. This is the world I walk in. I am called Byron, and these are my chronicles. The Byron Chronicles, available at ericbusbypresents.com, iTunes, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are available.
Hey, it's Tal, showrunner of Regarding Dracula. I'm excited to announce that we have a merch store. You can buy Dracula-themed shirts, bookmarks, pins, postcards, and more. Just head to bit.ly/regardingdracula. Again, that's bit.ly/regardingdracula.